Society is all about finding ways to use you until they consider you useless. Your decision is to either let them or let them and use them also before you get discarded. I remember watching a short documentary, I think it was in school, if I'm not mistaken. But that doesn't matter. The documentary was about these dudes in Asia that were committing suicide as a result of stress and unhappiness with their jobs. Their jobs was demanding a whole lot out of them. It was constant pressure to finish things on time and long hours. The harsh thing is that it ain't nothing to fire them and get someone else because Asia is overpopulated anyways. So there's always people looking for jobs. These guys ended their lives not knowing that they were doing their families more of a disservice, causing them pain. One of the things that caught my attention was the fact that this guy jumped in front of a train and his family had to pay to clean up his body and all the damages that it done, which is really harsh. Like your son just died, and not only do you have to hold a funeral and bury him, but you're responsible for the damages from him jumping on the tracks. The stuff that these guys had to deal with really took a toll on them mentally. Jobs having a toll on people mentally has been recognized since way back. I was reading a book on the United States being formed and when the Europeans migrated over here and started having people work and stuff. It was proven that folks was dealing with mental issues after working. I mean, the working conditions were really atrocious back then. Well, to bring it back to today's time, we could notice the whole mistreatment of employees everywhere. You basically grow up, and for you to be a functional part of society, you go get you a job and spend your entire life working. The folks that could say they have a career work until they are what, 65 or plus years old? If they don't die before that or have some type of mental problem that pops up on them like Alzheimer's, it's like you work all your life just to bank on the idea that you'll be able to kick back and enjoy it when you grow old and retire on a beach somewhere. How is this something I'm supposed to wait for? Check this out. I know two little homies from high school that died while in high school. Actually, one of them passed away after I graduated. Like, shit hits me like these dudes didn't even live life. Not everyone is gonna be lucky to live out to see that retirement life. But back to the point. People are working, busting their asses off for a job that will replace their ass in a heartbeat. Like, look at the NBA. They'll draft you number one. You don't live up to the hype, your ass is kicked to the curb. You ain't playing up to par, you out of there. Yeah, they get paid millions, but the money that's being made from them is enormous. These leagues use athletes to entertain the population to make money by finding people with skills and paying them a little bit and discarding them and searching for new ones when they can't perform like before. Kobe gets paid because he gets buckets. The minute he's unable to get buckets, guess what? Next! Sports is a perfect example of how people are used. And when they can't be used anymore, they kick them to the curb. You get used to make money and then you thrown away. People become objects, use them, and then when they become unusable, get rid of them. Just like a car tire, a pair of shoes, a pair of socks. Businesses basically suck the life out of you, then allow you to retire when you're done, when you're unable to really function. Let's face it, at 65, most people tend to encounter a lot of health issues that make it impossible for businesses to rely on them. It's really crazy if you think about it. But I guess it's a part of life. After all, the seasons come and go, people reproduce, people die, and the cycle goes on and on. It's understood, but it is more heartless. How many can say that they enjoy life once you start working? Ain't no stopping.